everyone. Welcome to the Indian Legal Wing. I hope you all are fine and safe. This is Anukriti back with the weekly legal updates just for you guys to keep you up to date with important as well as recent legal news. So, without wasting any time, let's get started. Petition seeking creation of International COVID Task Force dismissed. The Supreme Court Division Bench of Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, Justice Vikram Nath and Justice Hema Kohli recently dismissed a petition filed by Abhinav Bharat, which had sought to notify the Supreme Court of the steps to be taken for preventing the third wave. Also, the petitioner filed the petition seeking direction to the centre to set up an international task force of experts on COVID-19 comprising members from China and US for finding out the reasons for deaths in India from April to June in this year. NGT directs to constitute special task force. The National Green Tribunal Principal Bench, while taking the cognizance of a matter on the basis of a media report which appeared in the Indian Express dated 12 September 2021 titled as 6 Killed in Factory Fire, has directed the Chief Secretary Delhi to constitute a special task force, also known as STF, to check illegal industrial activities and go-downs in the residential and non-conforming areas, and also to check necessary safety measures in other areas also where there is a potential for such fire incidents. Add interim bail to 97 convicts. In the case of Ramji Dubey versus State of UP, the Supreme Court recently granted ad interim bail to 97 prisoners lodged in Agra and Varanasi central jails, who have undergone more than 20 years of total sentence, but not released despite being entitled to premature release under the policy framed by the state government in 2018. Supreme Court upholds retrospective extension of tenure of ED Director. In the case of Common Cause versus Union of India, the Supreme Court Bench of Justice L. Nageswara Rao and Justice B.R. Gavai upheld the decision of the central government to make retrospective changes to the appointment order of Director of Enforcement Directorate ED Sri Sanjay Kumar Mishra, by which his tenure was increased from 2 years to 3 years. The bench also said that the central government has powers to make such retrospective changes, but it should be done in the rarest of rare cases. Courts need not to obtain consent of parties to refer matters to Lok Adalat or mediation. In the case of Amalapu Mary and others versus Ravindra and another, the Karnataka High Court recently held that the courts need not to obtain any kind of consent of the parties before referring a particular matter to either Lok Adalat or mediation as per Section 89 of the Civil Procedure Code. The court also held that if the parties do not appear for mediation as per court's reference, the court can exercise its power under Rule 13 of the Mediation Rules of 2005 and impose to compel the attendance of the parties. Court orders are not playthings. In the case of Payal Bagh and others versus State of West Bengal and others, the Calcutta High Court recently imposed cost of Rs 3.8 lakhs on the President of the West Bengal Board of Primary Education. The fine was imposed on finding that there was an attempt to distort an earlier order of the court to avoid complying with the same. The court also said that respondents should keep in mind that court's order are not things with which they can play by taking different stands. Centre to introduce new laws on mediation. The Union Law Minister Kiran Rijiju at the foundation stone laying ceremony of the new National Law University proposed to be established at Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh, said that the central government is all set to introduce a new bill on the mediation in the upcoming winter session of the parliament. He also said that the government is aiming to make India an arbitration hub and an international destination of arbitration. Appointment cleared to NCLT, ITAT, and AFT. The central government has recently cleared appointment of judicial and technical members to the National Company Law Tribunal (NCLT) and the Income Tax Appellate Tribunal (ITAT). The central government has also cleared the appointment of 6 judicial members to the Armed Forces Tribunal (AFT). These appointments have been made a few days after the Supreme Court had warned of the contempt of court action against the government officers for mounting vacancies. So, this was all for this week's legal update. I hope you would have found this video useful, helpful, as well as informative. We will be back with the next week's legal update soon. Till then, please keep supporting us. Thank you and have a nice day.